Hey guys, this is 21st Century Dystopia. This is Plague Doctor here, and let's continue going to it.
Settle down and start having kids. I'd like.
Didn't she just say?
We didn't even say he had to have kids, so you thinking too hard. You said, would you do it with one guy? And that's it. We didn't say about, hey, will you do it with one guy? Simple question. Yes, all that comes with it, but will you do, whether that is there or not, the extra shit, will you do it with one person? Will you not fuck around? That's simple. That's simple for fucking question. Yes or no? Shit, just say I'm 20, I want to fuck around a bit, I want to smash with like 20 dudes or some shit, 25 dudes, 40 dudes, whatever the fucking case is, or more, you know what I'm saying, and do what you're doing and go about your business. You know what I'm saying? It's 2025, baby, going on 2026.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
Okay.
Let's travel the world.
What happened?
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
Okay.
Let's travel the world, have a career, stuff like that.
Travel the world, have a career. Yo, what's up with yo? Why do everyone think they're a main character? Like, yo, everybody thinks they're a main character, dog. But I have to get that shit out of my system. That's the problem with Gen Z, bro. You're not a main character, bro. Majority of us, like, you gotta get that main character symbol out of your head. That shit is toxic. You know what I'm saying? It will give you delusion and shit. And, like, bro, girl. Well, I didn't want to sound zesty, but you get the idea, you know? Brody, whatever the fuck people say these days. Anyways, listen, you can travel, that's nice, here and there. But, well, for starters, if you work a career, if you are a nurse or you're in medical, for instance, you can't just be traveling anytime, unless you're a traveling nurse. But like leisurely, you can't just be traveling world anytime you fucking want, because you only get 2 weeks per year, a week per year. You know what I'm saying? And only certain paid time and stuff. So you can only, so you get what I'm saying? So it's like, unless we're talking now, for you to be able to have a grand career and do that shit back to back in life is literally be an influencer, social media influencer, have a business, blow up, some kind of clout kind of thing. Internet, digital nomad kind of thing, right? So if you're talking about that, we get it. But you can have a boyfriend and do it at the same time. Actually, you going around to multiple different dudes, and I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but I mean, let's be real. But let's just say that's not what you're doing, but just saying, going to multiple different dudes is actually the same thing with girls. Going to multiple different girls, it's actually detrimental, because that's so many different people. Unless it's like, oh, that's just, I guess, but so many different people you're entertaining at once, taking up your brain power when you should be focused on what the fuck you just said you want to do. You know, so it's actually worse to be effing around or dating around or whatever the hell you're doing around, single life, whatever, right? Abstinent life, right? Non-abstinent single, right? You can't, it's impossible to do that and focus on your shit if it's not abstinent type of single life, because you're gonna be scattered all over the place. That's why you do it, you know? So that's just my take on it, but I'm rambling in my mouth.
But I think if the right person comes along, then I'd make that sacrifice.
So you wouldn't be willing to be a mom now?
At 20?
Yeah.
No. Comes along, then I'd make that sacrifice.
Wow. Well, I think this is Halloween still. I'm tripping. I made so many videos off of this shit. She said, wait, hold on. She said, will you be a mom, blah, blah, blah. And she said, at 20? You see how these girls are? Bro, I think my mom had her first, my first kid, it came at like, okay, if I'm 28, my sister has to be like 25. My mom had her first kid at like 24, right? Not saying, you know, which is a pretty good age. So, you know, 24, that's a good age. Those are good ages to have kids. 21, 25. 20 is young to have a kid. You know, 18 is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But 20 is like the beginning of where it's like, okay, this is normal. You know, but 20 is pretty young, but it's like, that ain't really, it's not crazy. It's like, you just wanted, you know, you kind of went straight to the point. You wanted to found your guy, found your mate and settle. But that's boring to these girls. But I gotta, you know, I'm not gonna judge them though, cause I get it. You know, it's so much to this life, you know, girls wanna do now. And girls are kind of like men now, like, as in like they have purposes and stuff, you know, with the whole workforce thing. So now women think like being entrepreneur, being ambition as a woman is a thing now. So they're kind of like men. They're like, well, I can't settle just, I gotta do this and do that, you know. So now it's kind of like a mask. Dystopia, man. But hey, I mean, fuck it. I mean, my hands just struck.
So you wouldn't be willing to be a mom now?
At 20?
Yeah.
No. I can barely feed myself. No, there's no way I could take care of a kid.
Okay, that's on.
He said, okay, that's honest. Okay, I can understand that. But damn, you could barely feed yourself? How are you this thick? Ain't no way he got this all from your mama. Bitch, how the fuck you this thick if you ain't feed yourself? Ain't no way you this damn thick and you talking about some, oh, you're like tree trunks. You know what I'm saying? I can't be talking, but I'm slim, I'm slender and shit like that. I can't be talking, but still, I got muscle in my legs, but still, these muscular, meaty drumsticks you have, you're saying you be feeding yourself is a problem, and then what all them dates you can get, like, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Whoa, wow. I was just Thug Max rapping, bro. Like, what the hell? That was by accident. That was a bar. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? You know, funk.
I wouldn't recommend that either.
If we were dating and I told you that this was too revealing.
Wow, look at her face. Damn. Is that that's her size. He said, we were dating. Why'd you make your face up like that? Why you made it like a big deal? Why you sizing my boy?
Feeling for me when you come out. Would you change for me or no?
Damn.
How old are you?
Fucking brutal. She walked up. Brutal. BBC sound. Brutal. Fucking brutal, bro. Bro, she walked out on your question. Damn. Bro, the moment he mentioned him. Fucking brutal, bro. Fucking brutal. Like, getting your ankles broken in the NBA Finals game and hit a three, Steph Curry shit, you know? Brutal. That brutal. You know what I'm saying? And embarrassed in front of everybody on national television, brutal. You know? Yo, this man's quiet. This man's
She was
quiet.
doing so well. She was doing so well. She's doing so well. And the thing about a lot of
Heck had hope in her, folks. Heck had hope in her, guys.
a lot of girls do not understand is that when we say, hey, that fit is too revealing, it's because we trying to protect you from what other dudes might do.
Exactly. That, some guys are possessive. No, a lot of guys are possessive. I'm not gonna lie, that's true. A lot of males are possessive. You know, that's that animalistic instinct in them fuckers. You know, I'm like a poodle. You know, I'm a very coof, you know, motherfucker. You know, so I'm very controlled and tamed. You know, of a person, but you know, so I don't relate to that shit like that. But I do know it's a strong impulse, though, right? But besides that, it is like a caring lookout thing, you know. And you know, women, they're like children, so they're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to hear your warnings and shit. But it's a lot of preds, bro. It's a lot of preds in different shapes and sizes that know how to blend and camouflage. You think there's just some regular old guys, you know, even good-looking ones, even good-looking guys are preds, bro. You even got good-looking preds, especially good-looking preds too. You know, those are the most deceiving ones. You know, obviously I'm talking about someone who like is not respected and is forcing. You know, that's what I mean. But yeah, man. So yeah, we do, and then also it's not even just your safety; it's what people will think of you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't care what people think. You say that. Listen, I am a guy who really give no fucks in general. But even the likes of me, even like it's whatever, man. I'm easy going. I'm like ice. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy. You know, it's easy for me to just detach and shit like that. But even a guy who can resist heavy social pressures all his life, who never really given into peer pressure like that, little to none. Even a guy like me, even I can admit that, hey man, what people think of you sometimes is society's opinion, majority opinion on you is very important sometimes. Like how you're dressed, like people's perception of you is a important thing that you shouldn't completely ignore. It's cool to be yourself and express yourself, but you also gotta be aware of the consequences of expressing or being yourself, that comes with whatever image that you're cultivating, man. You know what I'm saying? So even I'm aware of that shit. Like, for instance, I know that I have, and the reason why I say this is because it's very true, and it's a very significant factor about myself. If someone meets me, whenever I fucking walk into, literally from I was growing up, when I walk into a room, it's the first thing someone knows. So so like me, I know I already have an androgynous, naturally androgynous, effeminate look. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, like that's me, like not doing, like waking the fuck up out of bed. It's like that, right? So I know that I'm already like that. You know what I'm saying? So why? So okay, I'll probably put on an earring or two, but it's like, why? But even that, like, why would I know that certain things I do is going to be even worse than if a guy who's way more dimorphic and stuff like that did the same shit I did. I know it'd be 10 times worse. I know guys can do stuff and get away, especially me being light skinned and stuff like that. It makes it even worse. More of a red bone. You know what I'm saying? You got red, you got yellow. The yellow are the more lighter ones usually, and then reds are the more like, they're kind of like a peachy, sometimes when they get tanned, a caramel color to like an applejack, peachy type of bright, somewhat bright color, right? So that's like the reddish tone of like being a light skinned, right? So, I'm red, and when combining all that shit together, man, I know there's certain things that other people can freaking do, or other dudes, or just even other, just any kind of dudes, who look more dimorphic and shit or intimidating, they can pull it off and they won't get nothing. But if I do the same shit, they'll be zesty. I know dudes who wear cross earrings, all that shit, necklaces. If I did that shit, wouldn't hear the fucking end of it. I know dudes, so, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I don't care about what people think, but I am aware. I'm aware of the consequences if I go too far with certain things for my specific, unique predicaments, right? Everyone has their own predicaments for their image, So I'm aware of that shit. And I don't be wanting to put up with none of the bullshit or hearing none of the bullshit of those type of consequences, you know what I'm saying? For me doing those kind of things, certain little, things and shit like that, So I'm aware of that shit. So I'm already knowing that people are gonna already think I'm on some zesty shit, already. So I avoid certain shit. Not like it bothers me, but I'm just aware, like, hey, I know that, hey, let me not play like this too much, because that already happened to me, Like I could play the same way another guy played with certain shit on some chill stuff, but it's 10 times worse if I do it because how I look. And you have to be aware of it. It's not that I care about what people think, but I also don't want to deal with certain consequences, of what people think. So it's more of that. It's not about caring that they're thinking it. It's about caring that there's consequences when some people think certain things of you. So the reason why I went into that is because this chick, like he said, when she's wearing the short, skimpy clothes, you say you want to do this, that. I get, she seemed like a nice girl, compared to the other girls, she's a nice girl. You know what I'm saying? She's like a chill girl, she drank, she's cool. But a girl like her, when she actually starts catching feelings and stuff like that, she's gonna get hurt when she's taken the wrong way or misreading signals. And she's gonna, God forbid, but she could easily turn bitter from bad experiences, from not choosing right or not reading that, hey, the way it presented herself, hey, the way this guy sees you on IG, hey, they're sending out messages, It's a lack of social awareness, man. When it comes to certain things, you know, a lot of people have a lack of social awareness with a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is that is like not too far from being like on a spectrum, if y'all guys know what I'm saying. You know, it's not too far from being on the light side of the spectrum, man. It's a handicap, you know?
To you. That's it. We really don't give a fuck what you wear, but
Exactly.
we are aware because we're men.
Most guys don't.
Right?
Exactly.
And some of these motherfuckers be. Right? And we like, I ain't gonna lie, wearing that is gonna invite a whole lot of drama and all types of different situations that may alter the relationship.
Then again, it is Halloween, so I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. And I know some guys will be like, bro, you're too nice, bro. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. It's Halloween, but if you do that on a normal basis, all the shit I said apply to you. But if you do that on special, like Halloween, I get it. Halloween, you could be, you know, it's an excuse to wear those skimpy horde costumes. I guess that's just a new custom. I don't know. You know, so I get it. That's it, you know, I get it. It's sexy. You know, I get it. You know, so it's Halloween. You know, I can understand that. But in general, my shit applies.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, the minute we try to say some shit like that, it's a problem. Right? Let's continue.
23.
Are you single?
I am.
23. Oh my God. Man, why you keep finding Stacy like she's Stacy's? Bro, what the fuck? Bro, how is he finding them so? I know he's in Austin and Houston and shit like that in Texas. I understand that. That makes a lot of sense, but fuck, yo. This man's just, like, I look again. I'm like, date? Like, I'm like, again? On some Myron shit. Again! You know? So, I'm like, how the fuck every single bitch in here is back? Hey, most of the chicks in here, guys, you know, if you're below a 5, bro, like, I'm a nice guy, but don't try it, bro. Don't try it. If you're below a 5 and if you're below a 5, if you're a 5 or below, and you're like under 5'10", and you have an average personality and shit, like an average social IQ, demeanor and shit, right? NT, neurotypicality, right? If you're just average in all those other areas, bro, don't try it, bro. This man's going to straight final bosses. What the fuck?
If I wanted to take you on a first date, would $30 be enough for a good time?
What the? He's fucking funny, bro. Oh shit. Damn, I'm gonna rewind this shit back. Damn, another clipper. All right, this is part 3 or 4. Damn, I keep fucking running my mouth too, but fuck it. It's content, it's commentary. Fuck it, it's content for days. Fuck it. All right, guys, we out.